Hey, everybody. Obviously, this is my personal Facebook page. You know who the heck I am, Jonathan. This is our year of giving back. And I'm introducing you to a lot of different friends. I had Jennifer and Catherine last week. This week, I've got my friend Dirk, hashtag DirkFit Schultz.
That's right.
Live from Palm Springs, California.
Yes, sir.
So not jealous of that weather there, buddy. But I want to share it, and I'm going to be watching my Facebook page, so feel free to ask any questions in the comments as we go through this. I have like a 10-second delay from here to there, so it's quite interesting. Time traveling. But I want to show you something. Many of you know that I have this big scar across my neck. You maybe can't see it, but I was in a car accident, had to have my neck rebuilt out of titanium 11 years ago, pretty much. And for best part of 9 of those years, I have been struggling with core fitness. And everybody says, oh, you protect your core, you know, protect your core. And it's like, what does that even mean?
Right.
You know, so Dirk and I met, we were in a mastermind together with Lisa Sasovich, love. And we became friends, and he lived in Palm Springs. Debbie and I spent a lot of time. We got to go meet Dave's partner, Dave, and had dinner together and showed us his fitness studio that he was fitting out. And we just got to talking about who I am, how many hours I speak in this chair, how often I was going to physiotherapy for chiropractic adjustments to my back, how really my definition of insanity was drinking 16 cups of coffee, sitting in a chair all day and expecting things to be better, right?
Right.
So I personally work with Dirk to this day, and we're working out after this call, and he has official permission to kick my booty. Now, I've been in gyms, I've joined gyms, I've had a personal trainer within the gym, and if that works for you, awesome. What I have found for me is I don't have a lot of actual time. And for me to schedule time to go to the gym, I mean, like get changed, get in the car, drive, find a park, go to the gym, warm up, come home, that's the best part of 2 hours of my day. And it's hard to carve out 2 hours. So fast forward, Dirk and I had this conversation while we were in Palm Springs, and you see that black and yellow thing hanging from that. This is a TRX, and I had heard of TRX, and Dirk said, why don't we set one up in your house? And so he got me a whole setup. So I have, and you may have seen videos, a TRX set up in my basement, in the media room. Nice, cold, quiet room, so it's a perfect room to set up. And he and I work out just like this on either Messenger or Facebook Live kind of thing, or in Zoom. And specifically, we have times of the week now that I work with Dirk, typically 7 in the morning or 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And I have a commitment. And if I'm paying him to sort of work out with me, you know I'm going to show up, and vice versa, because you would, right? But now I took away the transport. Now I took away the excuse. And I just have to do it, right? And when you look at that smiley face, I mean, who doesn't want to hang out with this guy?
Exactly.
So Dirk, before I talk anymore, tell people a little about you and how on earth you got into being a personal trainer like this.
Oof. Wow. How much time do we have? I've been in the health and wellness field for 20 years as a personal trainer, the past 10 years as a health coach. And so I got involved because I was always into health and wellness for myself. And I saw the shift that it made, not just in my physical well-being, but my mental well-being as well. And I wanted to help people find that in their own lives. So as a young personal trainer at the Aspen Club, I started to develop programs and working with people one-on-one and small group training. And then, like I said, about 10 years ago, I got into the health coaching because I wanted to bring more meat to my sessions. So I wanted to take more of a holistic approach with helping people. So whatever anybody brings to the table as far as stress management, weight management, nutrition, physical fitness, we'll address it. Just like with you, Jonathan, you know, one of the things that it works well with you is that when you show up for the workout, you show up, not just physically, but for mentally as well. And that's a big part of it for sure. For me, staying fit is as much as the mental fitness as it is the physical fitness.
Okay. Facebook just says my video ended.
Live, I think.
Um,
to see. Refresh
we may not be live streaming right now.
Okay.
Crap. Okay. Sorry, I just got a bit distracted because I didn't stop anything.
That's okay.
I'm gonna do it again because I don't know why it stopped, but I wanted people to be able to sort of chat to you and ask any questions. So give me a wee second. I'm gonna kick it back in again. Technology, right?
I was just gonna say technology is great when it works, right?
Always.
And I know that for sure.
Okay. I'm just gonna go live. Okay, we should be live again now. Okay. Yep.
Take two.
I believe we are. So, okay. So, yeah. So then you get to work with, I mean, obviously there's a lot of healthy, fit, wonderful people in the world, but there's a lot of people who have, you know, an injury, an eating issue, a mental issue, and we're just not gym rats. I mean, it's just not who we are. And I know that you have a myriad of clients, not just in Palm Springs, but all around the world almost, because of the power of like TRX and Zoom now.
Yeah.
So what does that look like? I mean, do you
It's
have
been great. What's that?
You actually have like a typical client?
You know what? I don't. It's really working with people who are really motivated for change. They're willing to do the work. As a health coach, you know, I don't prescribe any drugs, or I'm not a teacher or a consultant. I'm more the guide on the side. You know, we would sit down and we talk about where you're at now and where you want to be, and what is that gap. And together we create an individual game plan to help navigate that gap to get you where you want to be. I don't believe in cookie cutter programs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like with nutrition. It's a bio-individual thing. Same thing with our physical fitness, our wellness. It's an individual thing. So it's really sitting down and finding out where people are and where they want to be, and together co-create a game plan to get there.
Yeah. I would say I had a lot of neck issues, but I also have a lot of lower back issues. I have numbness in one of my legs that's always been there since my accident.
Yeah.
And we've been working on these. And typically whenever I would fly or go to a 3-day conference, I knew that as soon as I came back, the first thing I would be doing was going to a physiotherapist for a lower back adjustment, because I was out of sync. It happens again and again and again. I haven't had that in 2019. Literally, I have not needed chiropractic adjustment this year.
Yeah.
First time in 11, right?
Awesome. Awesome.
I got to show you this. I know it's no big deal to do it, but for me, this is a big deal, right? And I'm not a muscle sort of guy, but you know, when I flex, I mean, like that there, that's apparently the tricep muscle.
Yeah.
And I have one, and this is the bicep, and like I haven't worked out since Friday, so I'm not pumped or anything, but I actually have real muscle definition, and my core strength is insanely different. And Dirk sees it in me more than I see it in me.
And Debbie sees it in you as well.
Debbie sees it in me. She likes my sex.
And here's the other thing that you've mentioned too, Jonathan, which I love hearing, is things that may have been a challenge for you in the past, or like you're talking about, you going on a 3-day trip, you would know in the past that coming back, you would have to deal with some of the pains of that, right? Or going to a therapist to kind of correct that. And when we realize, when those things aren't happening, we're like, oh my gosh, I am getting stronger. So you're seeing the benefits of the time and energy you're putting out. And the other thing you're doing too, and I love when you do this, is you start to give me back of what the script that I give to you, like set the shoulder blades back and down, and you're coaching yourself. And when you start to do that, I love that, and I know that I'm doing my job. It's you're moving differently, which helps you to live differently, so you're not having those issues.
Yeah. And I'm working on my mindset. I'm also working on my nutrition and my fitness. And Dirk's one of the few people I know that can actually bring all of those pieces into the equation.
Yeah.
So
and that was one of the reasons
what
I became
right, buddy?
Water, water, water. Exactly. And it's one of those things that, you know, it's a holistic approach. It's just not like going and working out and kicking your butt. I can do that all day long, but it's really about looking at other areas of your life that affect your well-being as well.
Yeah.
And with the benefit of technology, I think I told you this summer, probably 85% of my clients were virtual. So I have people in Florida, Memphis, New York, other parts of California, and Europe and Canada, along with my one-on-one. So it's been a lot of fun, and I love working with the individuals and really creating a game plan of what that's going to work for them in their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So even if they don't have, you've traveled and you didn't have a TRX, but we had body weight programs, and we have our super bands that you and I have worked with.
My favorite things.
Right. The super bands. So it's working with whatever people have to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And you're a genius at doing that. And as you say, most of your clients are virtual.
Yeah.
And typically you have a wait list of people working with you, and you have a studio in Colorado, you have a studio in California here. But with the new year and you being able to leverage technology, I heard a little rumor that you might have a little bit of capacity.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. Yeah. You know, and so
Dirk is one of these pay it forward kind of guys, and it may not be for you, you know, but at the same time, it may be for you. And I know a lot of people in the same situation me, had an accident, got a little bit overweight, got out of the routine, and hey, my birthday was this year, and my hashtag for this year is 54 and fabulous. And or 54 and ready for more is another one that I've used. Like my make stuff happen thing. And like every Monday morning, this guy at like 6 in the morning, he sends me a text. We set the intention for the week, and I often just get random Facebook messages. How you doing? Did you work out today? Especially when I'm traveling. And then we touch base 3 times a week now, and
yeah.
We know each other as friends and couples, and you know, as well as and he's like, where's your mind at? Where's your energy at? And it's full on therapy as well as fitness, right?
Well, I'm not a therapist. I don't even play on TV,
but it's good therapy for me.
Totally. I believe you get the mind or the body moving, you get the mind moving, and we bring our life stuff into the workout, right?
Yeah. And I think Facebook dropped this. I know we're still running live. I can see it. That's good. We're good.
Awesome.
Okay. I keep getting. I'm not quite sure where we're at, but we're running live, so that's awesome. So,
Great.
Dirk, if it's okay, could you explain to people a little bit about what your strategy sessions look like?
Strategy sessions are typically about a 45-minute call, and we sit down and see where you're at, what you're looking to accomplish, to see if there's a fit. And if nothing more, people they leave a session with a better vision of what they're trying to accomplish. So we sit down, see where you're at in a stage of change. If you're really motivated to make some changes in your life, talk about a strategy, what that looks like, and if there's a match on both sides. And that usually lasts about 45 minutes.
And at that point, you can see if there's a fit, and if there is, you know, what people's time is, the allocation, and just whether there's a program that might work that you offer that would fit for them, right?
Exactly right. And if not with me, we can talk about other alternatives. But yeah, the strategy session is to see what they're looking for, to see if I can meet their needs, if there's a fit on both sides, and go from there.
Because obviously time is a factor, and you know, Zoom and Facebook can take care of that. You're not having a home gym, but just having I can't begin to tell you how many things you can do on that stinking TRX. It's ridiculous. It'll take your full body weight. I mean, I actually had a guy come to put the bracket into the joist in my ceiling, because those bolts were big ass bolts and I couldn't get them in. But a guy came with his 18-volt Makita, went okay, that was worth it.
Well, and like you said, Jonathan,
230 pounds of my weight, you know, so.
You cut down on the activation energy, which means you don't have to go get your gym bag, go to the car, drive. You know, you can just go down to your TRX that's down in your theater your media room and get after it.
Yeah.
You know,
and I literally, I just use my phone and my tripod, and I have my wireless earbuds, and that's how we do it. He can see me, I can see him. Sometimes I can hook it up to my media projector and have him on the big screen if I wanted, or, you know, my laptop. There's lots of different ways of doing it. And then Dirk gets to see my form, gets to see where my shoulders are at. And, you know, sometimes when you're having a bad day, the last thing you want to do is exercise. But man, you can channel that energy.
It shifts that energy, doesn't it? It shifts that mindset great. For sure.
You know, and now I look after it. Now, I'm not super fit. I'm a lot fitter than I was, but it's like 10 real press-ups. For some people, it's like, oh, big deal. I was struggling to do one real press-up or a real plank or 45 seconds of jumping jacks. I mean, these are easy to some people. To me, truthfully, they were like major milestones. Yeah. And now I'm jumping jacking. Now I'm pressing. I'm now bench, you know, holding my plank, getting better and better. And I feel so good for that. Yeah. I'm probably way behind the 8 ball from some of my people at my age, but you know, I'm getting that. And that's what counts.
Yeah. And like you said, you know, it's, you have improved so much, and the things that were bothering you in the past aren't bothering you. And that's what I love hearing, you know, and witnessing you improving in all areas. And to see how, you know, the better you feel, the better you want to feel. So yes. we're going to eat better. We're going to look at our sleep patterns better. And it just kind of has a big ripple effect into other areas of our life. And
that's where this is, because I also have an accountability buddy on my Apple Watch here. But I just got the stats for this week. I mean, I walked apparently 28 kilometers last week, 74 flights of stairs. Awesome. I burned over 7,000 calories just through exercising. Obviously, and I get this to monitor my sleep and my heartbeat and stuff as well. I set it as soon as Dirk and I start working out into the functional workout. So I've actually got some data to prove what I'm going through. I'm sleeping deeper, I'm sleeping longer, I'm losing weight. But even if none of that happened, I'm fitter and happier and healthier as a person.
And your stress management has been better too, right?
Yeah. So any which way you want to look at it, it's a win. So I just want to sort of say to you, what are you doing for yourself? And rather than everybody else, your family and your clients, but what are you doing for you? And I can 100% highly recommend time with this guy is worth everything.
You sparked something that made me think about, and we talked about this in the past too, about making yourself your most important client, right? Making yourself your most important client, and you put yourself on your calendar as if it was any other appointment, and you honor that appointment, and that makes a big difference. That makes a big, big difference.
Yeah. And I know when I've worked out with you and I come back up to talk to Debbie, and I am like ready for the shower and I feel so good about it. Whereas before it's like, I want to get all hot and sweaty and work out. Are you kidding me? I've got way more important things to do, but there is nothing more important than me doing this now.
And I love you hearing that more and more. Like, you could go and jump right into work, but you're like, no, wait a minute, let me take care of myself first, and I'm going to have energy to take care of everything else better. So
and I do. I feel so much better for it. So my friend, thank you for kicking my booty and with permission, and
absolutely,
for a lot of the exercises. I mean, even just my posture and the fact that, you know, there's water on my desk and not coffee, or water and coffee, I'll be honest. But it's black coffee.
That's fine.
But even like what I eat and the choices, I mean, I'm definitely leaning more towards plant-based meals now, and I would never have even thought about that prior to this year.
Good for you.
It's coming. I haven't given up on the food, all the meat yet, but it's coming. So my friend, I'm about to go and get changed because he and I actually have a scheduled workout in a couple of minutes here. But I just thought I'd share with you, and I'm going to put a link in my Facebook page to Dirk's website, specifically his calendar. And I know he's going to open up some spaces Wednesday, I think, or maybe even earlier than that. I don't know.
On Wednesdays, afternoons. Or if they want to
speak to people. And, I'll also put a link to his Instagram and his Facebook, and check out how Dirk's journey goes. He shares a lot of pictures of what he does at weekends with friends and so on, and he goes to some pretty cool places.
Yes.
Okay, my friend.
I will see you very shortly. Yes.
All right.
Go get ready for your workout.
All right. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.